Now, we're not expecting anything spectacular. We're forecasting growth of 4.8%, which is still not particularly healthy by Indian standards, but there have been some glimmers of stabilization in the latest monthly indicators. So we think that investment growth has probably stabilized, having collapsed for the majority of the past couple of years. And there are signs in the latest data that household consumption is on the verge of a recovery as well. So that suggests to us that growth has probably bottomed out now.
What do you think the driver for that pickup in household consumption is?
Well, there's been a few factors. Most of it seems to be coming from the rural sector, which has been particularly weak. We think that lower oil prices will help Indian consumers. There was big handouts announced by the government after the general election in the middle of last year, so that may have helped to boost consumption, particularly of sort of smaller ticket items as well. But mostly driven by a slight pickup in lending, we think as well. The root of the problem for the Indian economy has been in the shadow banking sector, where there's been a drying up of credit and of lending ever since there was a large-scale default at the end of 2018. It's taken a while, but policymakers appear to be getting to grips with those problems. So financing costs for the shadow banking sector have dropped, and we think that that will translate into a slight pickup in lending.
Turning a corner finally, you think?
Yeah, we think so.
Okay. And the reason I asked about consumption, one other area we're watching is this big drop in the oil price. And of course, you've got the consumption factor, but also India just being a net importer as well. This is kind of seen as a silver lining, which is difficult to find given the fears around the coronavirus. If you're looking at oil crude at $46 a barrel, which we are just below, in fact, on the session, how significant is this drop in oil?
Yeah, that's very significant. So it's actually another reason to think beyond this latest GDP print that household consumption will continue to rise in India. As you say, India is one of the world's largest net oil importers, so a drop in prices is certainly a good thing in terms of what it means for inflation and for the external position as well. More broadly on the coronavirus, though, India, it hasn't been spared. We've seen that in markets already. Yeah. But actually, in terms of the impact on the real economy, it looks much better placed than many other places in emerging Asia, given limited exposure to Chinese supply chains, but also the fact that India is not particularly reliant on its tourism sector to drive growth. So it does stand out as somewhere that should come out of this relatively unscathed, we think.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.